or how I
It's
did
like,
made $300 like in 15-20
I'm not
minutes.
promising you that. I'm
So
promising you that I'm going to teach you exactly how these markets book. It's going to be a level of precision that is unrivaled. There is nothing out there like this. There is nothing that's going to ever come close to this, because this is the market. You can't get better than here's the high, here's the low, and it trades to it exactly and stops, turns around and goes the other direction. Math-based indicators are not going to consistently deliver that. Algorithmic principles and theory and understanding about how these markets book. When I say how they book, when they print these candles and they offer the high and the low at every interval, that's absolutely controlled at all times.
yeah, I'm in the trade now.
Do you
And
honestly believe that
right
these
now
markets
in positive
and those
position,
individuals
so
that are
as
in
soon as
control of them are going to let
price
us,
get below this 17, 14
the
level,
public,
yeah,
the
I'm going to put
enormous
my break
potential,
even.
if it was really
So,
our buying and selling
yeah.
pressure, we could crash these markets or send them to the moon at any given time. Isn't it interesting that it never really happens? Again, think about the group that was on Reddit. They were going to take control of the markets. They were going to beat up the billionaire hedge funds. Folks, you can't beat this game like that. You have to look at who is the victim right now. And unfortunately, you either have to be part of that hunting pack that goes and attacks the herd and targets its weakest member and devour it so you can eat and survive, or you're part of the herd. So which is it? Are you the one with the teeth? Or are you the one with the bite marks? That's what this is all about. You are liquidity, or you're hunting that liquidity. That's the way it is. It's predator and prey. And many times, new traders don't see it that way. They see it as lottery, or it's easy because it's an indicator thing. It just tells you when to buy and when to sell. And you don't see that panning out. You see people blowing accounts, you see people hopping and jumping around to different systems, different educators, different mentors. You have to go to a source that's able to show it to you with great detail in 4K resolution. You're seeing it right here? No plan B. No, well, it didn't work this time, but trust me still. It either works or it doesn't. And I leave that up to you as the viewer. If what I'm showing you works, and I'm quite confident you see that it works, don't be discouraged because you know that I can show it to you and you can't replicate it in your own trading yet. That's a normal thing for someone that's just starting in this. Again, you're dabbling with the most difficult thing to learn. It's highly technical and it's a mirror. It's going to show a lot of things about you as a trader that you don't want to see. You want to ignore it. They're character flaws. And 90% of failure stems from that very aspect of trading. These markets will show you where you are weak. And you don't want to identify that weakness to overcome it. You want to pretend it doesn't exist and just keep putting more money in there and hope it's going to give you a different result. And guess what? That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So, let's take a quick look at NASDAQ and wrap this one up. NASDAQ. Alright, similar fashion. NASDAQ's a little bit ahead of the game here. Just about running its relatively highs comfortably here. And we'll probably see that probably on Sunday's open up above that. We'll see what we get after that. But once it gets to these levels, like on the NASDAQ here and even the S&P, as I mentioned, on this daily chart coming here. Once it goes here, do I have an immediate idea what it's going to do next? No. I sit still and I take in what the market's likely to do. And I study it. Does it want to continue? Does it want to reverse? Will it likely consolidate and stay sideways? That's one of those things that traders think that there's always something to do right away, the opposite. Okay, it's been going up. It went to where we thought it was going to go. Now it's time to sell short. No, it does not mean that. It does not mean that at all. See, your expectations are misaligned because you hear and you see people claim to be able to do things that they really can't do. I'm not claiming I'm going to know what the market's going to do once it gets here. I just need to know that that's what's going to likely happen. Right now, the current time, on a daily chart, is this a 1 minute chart? Is this a scalp? Is this day trading? No, this is a higher time frame analysis. So if you are a swing trader or a short-term trader, you could be utilizing these things for setups. You don't need to be in a 1 minute chart scalping. And you can get funded accounts and make money and make ends meet